Hey guys, this is Kris.
And this is Colin.
And we are back with another episode for Creators React to your builds. And we got, for this week's theme,
we've got things that go bump in the night.
This is episode 2.
Yes.
And if you guys can find your names down in the description below, you can just jump right into it. But for those viewers, let's react.
Let's react. So Ethan, age 13 from France. This is the Monsters Factory. From the outside, very unassuming build. We've got a Frankenstein's monster who is clamped to the outside, as well as some mad scientist down below. But where it gets fun is if you go inside to the build, it's literally a monster making factory. So it's like an assembly line where you can see each one of the pieces is being assembled, and at the end an entire monster is created. I just thought the theme was really fun. Just thinking that these monsters were just on a production line, just getting spit out. Like, what hope does humanity have if we're 3D printing monsters now?
That's true.
So that's really fun. I really enjoyed the concept of this build. Something very different. I think it's the only one that even came close to thinking of a concept like that. So overall, Ethan, thank you so much for the build. I really enjoyed it and really appreciate it.
Great job. So the next one, we got Ethan from Ontario, age 16. This one doesn't have a title, but it looks like he's a monster hunter. So he's going through the graveyard. There's zombies or skeletons coming out. And of course, they're pretty much coming from everywhere. Underground, dungeons. And this monster hunter that we have is coming down to take them all out, to save the world. I mean, if we have more monster hunters and when zombies are unleashed, the world would be a better place. So Ethan, this is a different take as well, just to note, because we never had people, almost like a vampire slayer come out.
Kind of like a vampire slayer, totally.
So, cool, very different, Ethan, awesome work.
And then we have Findley Johnston, age 9, from Santa Fe. And this is called, just called The Graveyard. So let's go looking to see if we can find a little bit more. There it is, the overall photo. So cool, simple build, vignette style, just a scene. So something just to make you think, like, what would be going on here at night? There's a giant spider. Thanks, I really hate spiders. I like the gate built into the cobblestone wall. We've got a couple of tombstones with what appears to be freshly dug graves, considering that it's brown for dirt and it hasn't grown over with grass yet. I like the use of the lamp hanging down, a translucent minifig head built on top of that. A couple of mushrooms growing, and what appears to be, again, that lamp is hanging off like the corner of like maybe a building or just some architectural design for the graveyard itself. But again, overall, really good build. Good idea for the things that go bump in the night. Sometimes less is more. Just let your imagination run wild. Oh, it's part of a tree. Never mind. So it's hanging off part of a tree. But again, thank you so much, Findley. Really cool build. Appreciate the entry. I think first time entry as well. So hopefully we see you in more of our contests.
All right, next one, we got Fraser. Pretty much reoccurring builder. Thank you for being around. And we got Circus Baby. Now this is a recreation or replica of Friday Nights with Freddy character Circus Baby. We're not very familiar with this one, but it is an awesome replica. Replicas are really hard because you have to nail down the design and you also have to make it function, especially this one where the face opens up.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's super. He did a really good job. And the fact that you're able to just nail all the proportions and just make us feel that this is an actual Lego mock for that one. I mean, you had a week to do this. This is pretty good. And the fan section is probably our favorite. It's pretty spot on for great use of part. So Fraser, wonderful job, man.
Next we have Hunter, age 16, from the USA. This one also has no title. We'll call it Something Under the Bed, because it seems to be what's happening here.
The sequel.
The sequel. This is in what looks like a beach house, white wood with a surfboard on it, something very beachy. And there seems to be some sort of crazy, creepy, tentacle-like creature coming out from underneath the bed, utilizing some hoses and basically just coming after this poor woman.
Yeah.
As we move on in photos, it's kind of cool. You can see this. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be the beads hanging from the door.
Oh, I'm not
But
sure. Yeah.
just the way that they're sort of like not
curtain?
aligned. Yeah, maybe one of those bead curtains. But there's something spooky happening on the other side because the light is shining through. And it looks really cool. I know,
like an
Kris, you
alien.
love LEDs
I love this.
in builds. It looks really cool. I really like the light inside. It gives a whole other level to the build. A bit of spookiness.
So freaky.
Like, I wonder what's happening. Like, I don't want to go through. Like, I really don't want to go through because there's something definitely spooky happening.
She's not
outside.
gonna make it.
I don't think anyone in
A
this
lot of
series is
these
gonna make
people
it.
aren't gonna make it, except for the vampire hunter.
We don't know the story yet.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, next one, we have Jack, 16, Ontario. I think there's monsters under my bed. Almost like, real monsters.
Real monsters.
But anyways, we got a special guest. Scooby's in the house. We have a Elvis, mini Elvis, in his bedroom. And of course, there's almost like, it's taking the literal concept of under the bed, but underneath the actual house.
Yeah.
Is a monster layer filled with just creatures and things that would just make your skin crawl. Like, man, like there's green ectoplasmic ooze coming out of the sewer pipes. You got heads everywhere, a collection, and dead ghosts. They're just, maybe they're just unhappy that they're like, this place is a mess. Like, we can't
I'm sure they're not happy.
We can't have guests here when there's it's so messy. You got spiders.
All they want is to have guests over.
Yeah, I know. They just look sad. They're like, oh, we want guests. And then, of course, Scooby unknowingly looks like,
always unaware.
Unaware. But yeah, Jack, amazing build. Really fun to look at and lots of like little details, especially the underground. You did that underground section really well.
Really well.
Fantastic job, man.
Can we just see the bed portion
sure.
for a second? I just want to see something. I just wanted to see if there was any way that the monsters might come out from under the bed, but it was just the vent or the like spinning plates that you use for the floor. Very cool.
And one more thing, the snake is making a return. It is the smoke pipe.
It's the smoke pipe. We
thing.
saw that used for seaweed in our Under the Sea, just the green
Many
ones.
times.
Cool. Next we have Jordan, Age USA. Jordan is a returning winner now.
Oh, that's true.
He is now a
Returning
champion
from last week's build.
If you haven't seen his build, go check it out. Anyway, this is called Nighttime Freakout. So one of the first things Kris pointed out, he really liked the utilization of the white minifig face. That is something we haven't seen because normally you think like you get scared and your face goes white. We've seen only regular colored faces so far. He used the mime face, so very cool. A simple vignette in terms of like how much went into this. It's not a lot of piece count, but very effective. I like this treasure chest filled with toys, the bed stand or the table in the corner with some food on it, and the IKEA shelf that he built with the NASA rocket on top. Very cool, very cool. But yeah, just having a ghost obviously appear at the foot of your bed is never fun. And he's got a skateboard. Maybe he just wants to go hang out.
Yeah, maybe it's his friend. He's like, bro, don't you remember it's my birthday? It's
he probably died from a skateboarding accident. Oh, that's deep. That's dark.
Deep.
Well, unfortunately, that is life. But thank you so much, Jordan, for the build.
Next is Joshua. Moving on. 15 Spruce Grove Sunken Sailors. And this looks like Pirates of the Caribbean mixed with steampunk. And it's basically a haunted ship. Now, but unseemingly, it does eat other boats and sailors. So for this gentleman, or for Jack Sparrow, he is not going to make it. Well, Jack seems to make it through everything. But yeah, it does open up. It eats the ship. And adios, fellow sailor. You're done. And
is that pirate lingo? Adios.
No, you're a goner. You're a goner. There you go. Anyways, good job, Joshua. This was cool. We didn't think that haunted ships would fit.
I didn't think
this.
the pirates were going to make a scene here, but it's really cool. And I like the fact that the ship opens up.
I mean, this is pretty well done. So good job, man. Okay.
We've got Kade, age 12, from Edmonton. This is Spooky Stories.
Returning champion as well.
Another returning champion. So on the outside here, it looks kind of like it might be a flat lay. However, the next page you open up and what you have inside is actually a micro scale storybook. Very cool. Also very reminiscent of our last week's winner,
Yeah.
Sean Hayes.
That's right.
Sean Hayes' book that opened up. Very cool, very cool.
Oh, I wonder if he's inspired.
Maybe. Let us know, Kade, if you were inspired by Sean Hayes' build last week.
That pop-up book.
The Once Upon a Time pop-up book. Really cool. So it is micro scale, so it's a bit tough to see exactly what's going on. But everything that's represented, I'm gonna make a couple guesses. It looks like there's a bed here with this blue. Maybe that's where the people get worked on. There's some people with some like glowing knives. Someone's got like a walkie-talkie. I'm not sure if that's used for communications or if it's supposed to be representing something else.
Yeah.
Microscale can be a bit tough to work with or tell. So what, Kade, I would like you to do is to just leave a comment in the section down below so everyone can see exactly what this whole scene depicts, because I don't have the time, unfortunately, to try and delve deep into it. But the last picture is really cool. He closed it up and threw it on his bookshelf, just like how an actual book would be. So
yeah, but if you forget that you have a monster book,
I know, creepy.
Don't forget, Kade, that monster book is dangerous. It's in your collection. All right. So the next one is Kai, 4.5, age 4.5, Saskatoon.
I think Kai's officially our youngest submitter.
That's true.
In the history of this
so
competition.
He's got Count Gray for the first one. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Count Gray does have tons of eyes, so man, anytime you would see some creature that has more than one eyes, it looks like it's got wings as well, you better run. Like, this is a count that you do not want to mess with. Now you also have Kai's second entry. This one doesn't have a name, but it's another creature that's got a lot of sharp teeth, beady red eyes, and it's got horns. So it's something that you definitely do not want to wake up to, having just these eyes hovering right above you, because you know when that happens, it was nice knowing you.
It's the end.
So you don't even make it in this story.
Oh,
man, nobody
no.
makes it. Anyways, Kai, wonderful job. Thank you for sending us photos. If you guys are new here, be sure for our contest, actually, submit 4 photos. It helps us get through all the photos and so we can talk about it.
Yeah. The next one we have is Kanesh, age 13, from Malaysia. You guys probably know Kanesh's name by now. And this is also another one that has a lot of story to it. The gist of it is basically these monster cars, quote unquote, are ransacking this city scene. There is a ghost driver here. He was a race car driver before.
Yeah.
A racer. And we've got this car, this monster truck here has eaten and is currently digesting some human remains. How gruesome. This truck is eating another person. And we are told, though, that this blue car is coming to save the day. It's coming to ram in the side of this to hopefully save these monster car fighters. He described them kind of like Ghostbusters, where they come and try and save the city. But basically, yeah, this entire scene is about these cars that changed into monsters, and each one of them has a cool story to it. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, there is a video that goes along with this. We may or may not post another video with just the other videos, just so you guys can see some more detail. It would just be too long to post in these videos themselves. But overall, Kanesh, really appreciate the build. A lot of detail. You did a lot of building for this week.
Good job.
So thank you so much. We really enjoyed all the gruesome action that happened in this scene.
And Kanesh, also, we know that you guys have a YouTube channel, so put your link in the section below. Link it to your video, because your video is pretty awesome. The fact that you went through the entire scene, you did a fantastic job, and you made it for creator. So please post that, put it in the comment section below, and I think that's it.
I think we're good. Yeah, again, if you like what you see, give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe for more of the content. But we are going to move on to the next video for our theme for this week.
Creators React. I've been Kris.
This is Colin.
Bye.